Today, we'll be ranking top 20 strongest characters in One Piece. We'll start with one of the strongest admirals, Kizaru, and in the later parts of the video, we'll be covering some of the strongest characters that are on par with legends. Borsalino, more commonly known by his alias Kizaru, is an admiral in the Marines. Befitting his admiral status, Kizaru's physical prowess is immense. His raw strength was enough for him to trade equal blows with the Elder Rayleigh and even engage Whitebeard himself face to face. Generally, Kizaru's melee attack style emphasizes incredibly heavy kicks via his ability to move at the speed of light, allowing him to easily demolish entire buildings and incapacitate pirates of noticeable skill with a single blow. Kizaru ate the Pika Pika no Mi, a Logia-type devil fruit that allows him to create, control, and transform his body into light. He's also able to perform kicks at the speed of light, shoot laser beams, and blind his opponents. During the Summit War, Kizaru fought several strong pirates on equal footing. However, Whitebeard and Marco were the only pirates that prompted the Admiral to fight somewhat seriously. He was ultimately one of the few people to emerge from the war wholly unscathed, not a mark to show for it. After each character, we'll also predict how strong they'll be by the end of the series, and you'll definitely be surprised by some of the results. In Kizaru's case, I don't really think he'll get much stronger than he currently is, so his place will stay the same. Also, if you stick till the end of this video, I'll share an interesting fact about Shanks that 95% of people don't know. Number 19. Aokiji. Aokiji is a former Marine Admiral and the first one to be revealed in the manga. Arguably the greatest yet testament to his strength is his duel against Akainu. In this battle, he matched his extremely strong adversary for a total of 10 days until he suffered his defeat. His attack speed is notable as well, with him managing to intercept Whitebeard's quake-powered Naginata mid-swing by fully encapsulating its wielder in ice. Against Doflamingo, he proved fast and stealthy enough to sneak up on him, taking his back without the warlord noticing until Aokiji spoke. He then prevented him from dealing a killing blow to Smoker by icing him up faster than he could move his hand while leaving Smoker untouched. Before his loss against Akainu, Aokiji was considered to be the strongest Marine Admiral, therefore he deserves the 19th spot on the list right above Kizaru. Also, I don't think he'll get any important power-ups, so his place should be the same at the end of the series. There are still 18 incredibly strong characters left to cover, and the next one is almighty Kizuki Oden. Even when he was 9, Oden was already such a skilled swordsman that he waged war against the entire Yakuza and was able to fight against them all by himself. At the age of 10, he was eventually arrested for almost killing someone. When he grew up, in his interaction with Whitebeard, Oden took a point-blank quake punch from Whitebeard straight to the face and was fine afterwards. Additionally, he held onto a chain pulled by the Moby Dick and faced many dangers and climates of the New World Ocean with no protection for 3 days before eventually letting go, more because he went to rescue Toki than due to exhaustion. Prior to his prime, when he met Roger and got hit by his divine departure, Oden got back up immediately with only minor injuries. In the anime, during his fight against Kaido, Oden was hit by his blast breath not just once, but twice and powered through them both times. As a testament to his monstrous strength and endurance, Oden was able to hold up all 9 of his retainers on a thick wooden plank while his lower half was submerged in a large pot of boiling oil for over an hour, an unprecedented feat that impressed even Kaido. Since Oden was able to hold his ground against Kaido and would possibly even win if he wasn't distracted by Higurashi, he certainly deserves to be placed above admirals. Since Oden is already dead, his place at the end of the series would obviously stay the same. Number 17. Rayleigh, Prime. Silver's Rayleigh, also known as the Dark King, is an extremely powerful and famous retired pirate who formerly served as the first mate of the legendary Roger Pirates. Shakuyaku stated that he was 100 times stronger than all of the 11 supernovas by the time they first arrived in the Sabaudi archipelago. Rayleigh's tremendous battle prowess allowed him to fight on par with Admiral Kizaru, preventing him from attacking the Straw Hat Pirates. However, Rayleigh himself has admitted that he's not as young as he used to be, and as a result, can tire in battle. This means that in his prime, he was probably much stronger than when he fought Kizaru. It's really difficult to say if Rayleigh was stronger than Oden in his prime, but since he was Roger's first mate, we'll put him higher on the list. But frankly, it can go either way. Number 16. Big Mom. Charlotte Linlin, better known as Big Mom, is the captain of the Big Mom Pirates. As she was one of the 4 emperors, she was considered to be one of the 4 strongest pirates in the world. When her former fellow Emperor Kaido threatened to kill her if she came to his territory, Big Mom simply invited him to try and said he wouldn't be able to dissuade her. Even the Straw Hat Pirates recognized that she could crush them quickly and easily if they fought her recklessly. Linlin acquired the powers of the Soru Soru no Mi after eating its previous owner, caramel. This is the only known devil fruit power that was acquired through the means of cannibalism. This fruit allows her to manifest people's souls as an ethereal substance that she can grab hold of, so long as the intended victim feels fear. She can then steal the soul from the victim, taking away their lifespan by an amount of her choosing. Once she has them, Big Mom can infuse the stolen souls into objects to give them life, turning them into beings called homies, which act as her servants. She can also consume her own soul in order to make herself bigger and stronger. Big Mom also possesses immense mastery in the uses of Haoshoku Haki. She was first seen using it at Sanji and Pudding's wedding, and was later seen again when she fought with Kaido at Onigashima. The clash of their Haoshoku Haki was powerful enough to cause a massive shockwave that split the sky open. Although Big Mom never fought any of the previously mentioned characters, as one of the 4 emperors, she should be stronger than them. Number 15. Blackbeard. Blackbeard is the captain-turned-admiral of the Blackbeard Pirates, and currently one of the 4 emperors. By some unknown method, Blackbeard became the first, and so far only, known person to be able to wield the powers of 2 devil fruits at the same time. With the power of darkness, the Yami Yami no Mi, and the power of earthquakes, the Gura Gura no Mi, Blackbeard claims himself to be truly invincible and the strongest of them all. Teach also possesses tremendous physical strength, which was demonstrated when he seriously injured Luffy and Ace in just 1 hit, sending them both crashing back with incredible force. In the anime, he was shown to be able to knock back and injure Whitebeard with a few punches, a feat that shocked the other members of the Whitebeard Pirates. An example of his sheer endurance is that he took a point-blank gear-second attack from an enraged Luffy and was hit by Sengoku in his Daibutsu form, only to come out with minor injuries both times. Teach also shows incredible tolerance to pain, as despite his devil fruit increasing his pain, it never stops him for long. We didn't see much of Blackbeard since he acquired the powers of Gura Gura no Mi, but it's certain that now he's one of the strongest characters alive, therefore we placed him above Big Mom. Blackbeard will probably face Luffy sometime near the end of the series, and I'm pretty sure he'll get some pretty insane power-ups, and because of that, his place on the list would be much higher, around 9th place. Number 14. Dragon. The Revolutionary Army is the group of rebels who are not controlled by the Fox moral regime of the world government and see how it continuously controls and ruins the lives of the common man. The leader of this group is the world's worst criminal, Monkey D. Dragon, the man who dedicated his life to stopping the Celestial Dragons and bringing true freedom to the world. Dragon's first appearance was in Loga Town, where he stopped Marine Captain Smoker, who previously seemed impenetrable due to his devil fruit. Dragon casually stopped Smoker from killing his son, and the Marine Captain himself knew that he was in the presence of a man that he clearly cannot defeat. Unlike Garp and Luffy, Dragon is more serious personality-wise and very focused on his goal of creating the New World Order. Dragon would save and train Sabo, Luffy's adopted brother, after he got shot and badly injured by a celestial dragon. This shows how dangerous Dragon can be, as he was able to raise a fairly ordinary child into becoming his second in command and one of the deadliest men in all the seas. Dragon, albeit an enigma to most people, is actually known around the world due to his active recruitment of new members into the army. Although Dragon is pretty much confirmed to have weather-based powers, as of now, we don't know how strong he actually is. His current place on the list is purely a speculation, and it's possible that he's much stronger than this. So for the end of the series, we'll put Dragon a bit higher, around 10th place. Number 13. Mihawk. As the strongest swordsman in the world and former rival of Shanks, Mihawk is an immensely skilled combatant. He easily defeated Don Krieg's entire fleet of 50 ships and 5,000 men by himself, with only the main ship surviving because a bad storm pushed them away. His strength is so great that Don Krieg even accused him of having the devil fruit powers. A true testament to Mihawk's abilities is that after the 7 warlords of the sea were abolished, his bounty was raised to 3,590,000,000 bellies, one of the highest bounties in the world that even surpasses 2 of the current 4 emperors. His incredible strength and influence were proven once again when Buggy became an emperor, simply because the Marines thought Mihawk was serving under him. In the past, he was also known as the Marine Hunter. Zoro himself admitted that even after training with Mihawk, he's still not anywhere near his level of skill as a swordman, further attesting to Mihawk's combat and fighting prowess. True to his epithet, Hawkeyes, Mihawk also possesses extraordinary skill in Kenbun Shoku Haki, as he was able to easily track Luffy's high-speed Gear 2 movements and strike with extreme precision. As someone who's rivaled Shanks in the past and fought him multiple times without losing, Mihawk is definitely on par with emperors and deserves his spot above the likes of Big Mom and Blackbeard. Number 12. Luffy. As one of the 4 emperors, and at the young age of 19, Luffy has proven his physical might time and time again, having developed a significant level of strength to match some of the world's most powerful fighters. Luffy has utilized his gears, transformation techniques made possible by his devil fruit powers, to tremendously increase his physical strength and subdue powerful opponents like Bluno, Rob Lucy, and Don Quixote do Flamingo. During the climax of the raid on Onigashima, Luffy managed to awaken his devil fruit. This gave him the ability to transform into the sun god Nika. After awakening, Luffy demonstrates many new abilities, such as being able to freely manipulate the shape and size of his body. He also takes on a more cartoonish fighting style, being able to grant the environment around him the same properties as rubber, which allowed him to deflect a bolo breath by bouncing it back at Kaido. Luffy is only one of 2 confirmed people in the world capable of not only using all 3 forms of haki, but the advanced each one. Most notably, Silver's Relay stated that he has a noticeable talent for haki, having mastered the basics of all forms in only a year and a half. Through fighting against and training with powerful haki users in the New World, Luffy strengthened his skill with each form of haki to a much greater degree and became even more powerful. As of now, we can't place Luffy any higher on the list as he still didn't master his new abilities. However, in the future, after Luffy proves his might using Gear 5th, he'll definitely surpass some of the characters that are currently above him. Therefore, he'll probably be around 2nd place. Number 11. Akainu. As with all admirals, Sakazuki's physical prowess is immense. His raw physical strength was enough for him to go up against and clash evenly with Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world, in close quarters. Perhaps most impressive, however, are Sakazuki's vast durability and endurance. This is best illustrated by how not even 2 successive quake punches from Whitebeard could keep him down. The second blow strong enough to split the island of Marineford in 2 as a side effect. Sakazuki ate the Magamaga no Mi, a Logia-type devil fruit that allows him to create, control, and transform his body into magma. His magma is extremely hot and highly explosive, thus making it well suited for combat, allowing Sakazuki to burn, melt, and destroy anything in his path. In fact, among all devil fruits, Sakazuki's is said to offer the greatest attack power. Akainu's primary method of combat is transforming his arms into magma to launch burning punches that can easily penetrate human bodies. He can also drastically enlarge his arms to throw forward giant magma fists meant to reach enemies farther away. Although Sakazuki is vulnerable to haki attacks, the heat his body creates has enemies heavily discouraged from coming near and striking him physically, lest they be burned. Luffy and Akainu will surely cross paths at some point in the future, and it'll definitely be an interesting battle to say the least. At this moment, it's really hard to say which one of them is more powerful, but for now, we'll put Akainu on the 11th place. With Akainu covered, we're only halfway there, and these next characters are on a completely different level. Number 10. Sengoku Prime. Sengoku, the Buddha, is one of the most underrated characters in the world of One Piece. Sengoku is a very intelligent man who dedicated his life to serving the Marines, protecting the lives of the innocent, and extinguishing the evil of piracy in the world. He was very good at using haki, and he also possesses the mythical Zoan-type devil fruit that allows him to transform into the mighty and powerful Golden Buddha. His strength is known around the world, with the likes of Roger seeing him and his partner Garp as the only worthy adversaries who could stand a chance against him in a fight. This would make him one of the world government's strongest form of offense against the world's strongest pirates. After Roger was captured, he and Garp would stop the Pirate King from being rescued by Golden Shiki when he broke in to recover Roger from the Marineford headquarters. As the fleet admiral before Akainu, as well as the mythical Zoan-type devil fruit user, Sengoku is well placed at 9th spot. Number 9. Shiki. Shiki was the captain of the Golden Pirate crew, and during his time with them, he would become one of the most dangerous and noteworthy captains in all the seas. Shiki was one of Roger's greatest rivals and has battled him many times in the past. At one point, Shiki even offered Roger to form an alliance together, but Roger refused due to their different ideals. This would anger Shiki, and with the aid of his 51 commanding divisions, he attacked Roger and his crew in a battle that would come to be known as Ed War. Years later, after Roger got captured, Shiki couldn't believe it when he heard the news, and so he single-handedly went all the way to the Marine front yard, demanding that he saw Roger. There, he was engaged by Garp and Sengoku and was eventually defeated and sent to Impel Down. Shiki would defy all odds and be the first one to break out of the prison, but at the cost of losing his legs. Golden Lion Shiki is one of the legendary pirates to sail the seas and a vicious force that most people would not stand a chance against in a fight. Since a lot of Shiki's achievements are non-canon, we can't be sure how strong he really is, but considering that it took both Garp and Sengoku to bring him down, he's definitely at least Emperor level. Number 8. Kaido. Famed as the world's strongest creature, Kaido is one of the most powerful pirates in the world. Notably, he has a bounty of 4,600,100,000 bellies, which is the highest known bounty of any pirate in his era, surpassed only by the bounties of the legends like Whitebeard and Goldie Roger. With a one-handed swing of his kanabo, he can send normal-sized people flying into the distance, and he broke past the tremendous defensive power of Luffy's Gear 4 with ease. Sengoku once said that even a mere apprentice in the Rocks Pirates, Kaido was able to earn the respect of his vicious companions through his sheer strength alone. Kaido's body is nigh indestructible, and even attacks strengthened by Busoshoku Haki can't damage his incredibly tough skin. He received a powerful barrage of Gear 4 hits from Luffy and only became sober and felt nothing more than annoyance, receiving no injuries whatsoever. As if his incredible strength isn't enough, Kaido also possesses one of the mythical Zoan devil fruits, Uo Uo no Mi, model Seiryu, which allows him to turn into a giant dragon. As a dragon, he can release devastating blasts of fire from his mouth, which can fully obliterate large structures, such as an entire mountain and the castle that stood on it. Kaido has mastered his devil fruit powers to the point where he can access some of his abilities without needing to transform, such as generating flame clouds to levitate Onigashima. The reason Kaido is ranked above Luffy on this list is simply because he's already fought a bunch of other characters and was wounded before engaging Luffy. Therefore, if he fought Luffy in his full power, it's not really clear if Luffy could defeat him. Number 7. Shanks. Red-haired Shanks, commonly known as just Red Hair, is the chief of the Red Hair Pirates and one of the 4 emperors that rule over the New World. Shanks possesses immense physical strength as he was once a rival to Mihawk, the strongest swordsman in the world. Even with only one arm, Shanks can wield his sword with immense power, able to easily match Whitebeard. With his physical strength combined with Busoshoku Haki, Shanks could defend against the Kainu's extremely destructive Magma Fist. Shanks possesses vast mastery in the usage of Haoshoku Haki, a rare type of Haki that only one in several million people in the world can use. When boarding Whitebeard's main ship, Shanks was capable of knocking dozens of his men unconscious, many of whom were seasoned pirates able to survive the New World. Also, the flagship itself was damaged from the sheer force of his presence, impressing those around him. A true testament to his mastery of Haki is seen during the Wano Country arc. He could send out a powerful burst of Haoshoku Haki to paralyze Ryokugyu while on his ship miles outside of Wano, stopping him in his tracks without even needing to set foot in the country. Simply based on this, he deserves a spot above all currently alive emperors. As for the end of the series, it's very likely that Shanks would turn out to be much stronger than he appears, and possibly have some secret powers we don't know about. If this turns out to be true, his place on the list would be a bit higher. Around 5th place. Number 6. Garp Prime. Monkey D. Garp is an extremely famous and powerful Marine Vice Admiral. He's considered a living legend and is one of the most powerful Marines in history. In his heyday, he was famous for cornering Goldie Roger many times, as he was one of the very few people capable of fighting the Pirate King. In fact, Roger states that he and Garp had almost killed each other many times throughout their battles. As a testament to his strength, together with Roger, he fought and defeated the Rocks Pirates, the most powerful pirate crew in history. This tremendous feat earned Garp the title Hero of the Marines. As another testament to his sheer power, Garp defeated and nearly killed Don Qingjiao in the past with a single punch, whose bounty was over 500 million bellies and was said to be able to split a continent with a headbutt. This earned him the epithet Garp the Fist. Even at the ripe age of 76, he was shown to be able to easily strike down Marco the Phoenix, despite having his Devil Fruit abilities activated at the time, which was something that both Kizaru and Akainu seemed unable to do. Based on that, we can't put him any lower on the list. Only 5 more incredible characters are left, and if you already made it this far, you definitely won't want to stop watching now. Number 5. Whitebeard. Edward Newgate, more commonly known as Whitebeard and the strongest man in the world, was the captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. In his prime, he stood shoulder to shoulder with the Pirate King Goldie Roger and was capable of fighting him to a standstill in one-on-one combat. Even in his old age, he was able to effortlessly defeat Ace over 100 times. On one occasion, he was even able to counterattack and injure Ace while sleeping. During the Summit War of Marineford, Newgate's health was declining at a rapid rate, but despite this, he was able to engage in combat with Aokiji, Kizaru, and Akainu on even terms. Even when on the verge of death, he was able to easily defeat Blackbeard in 2 blows. The world government was prepared to use practically the entire Marine force, plus the 7 warlords of the sea to fight Newgate and his crew. However, Sengoku even remarked that their victory wouldn't be guaranteed due to Whitebeard's overwhelming power. Whitebeard ate the Gura Gura no Mi, a Paramecia-type devil fruit that allowed him to cause quakes and generate powerful shockwaves. This power is considered to be the strongest devil fruit power within the Paramecia class. According to Sengoku, Whitebeard had the power powered to destroy the world. His quakes would cause serious damage and alterations to the surrounding landscape. He could even grab the surrounding area itself and tilt it, described as making the entire sea tilt. Similarly to Garp, Whitebeard was one of Roger's biggest rivals, and as such deserves one of the highest places on the list. Number 4. Gold D. Roger. Gold D. Roger was a legendary pirate who, as captain of the Roger Pirates, held the title of Pirate King. Roger was hailed as one of the strongest pirates of all time, if not the strongest, considered nearly unstoppable in battle. Roger had the highest bounty ever in pirating history, over 5,500,000,000 bellies. He could also clash evenly with Whitebeard. It's even said that their fight once lasted for 3 days and 3 nights straight, until it resulted in a draw. Roger also possessed immense levels of endurance and vitality, even when his body was ravaged by an incurable disease. Aided by Crocus's medical skills, he managed to conquer the Grand Line in a mere 3 years. As the only pirate king ever, Roger is undeniably one of the strongest characters that ever lived. The fact about Shanks that I'm sharing at the end actually happened during his first appearance in episode 4, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is as soon as we cover the last 3 characters on the list. Number 3. Rock D. Zebek. Along with Roger, Rox was one of the strongest pirates of that era. His face hasn't been locks and used to wear a sailor's coat alongside a buttoned shoulder belt. Rox, according to all the stories about him, was a ruthless man who had great ambition of attaining power and becoming the king of the world. He was known all around the world as a dangerous man who was known to cause chaos and destruction everywhere he went. The world government wanted to put an end to him because he continuously tried to uncover their secrets as well as destroy the Marines and Celestial Dragons. Possibly his most impressive feat is that he had 3 future emperors serving under him: Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido. The appearance of the D in Rock's name and his accomplishments would make him so dangerous to the point where it took the unholy alliance of Monkey D. Garp and Pirate Gold D. Roger to finally take him down for good. Kaido even pictured Zebek alongside legendary and powerful figures like Shanks, Odin, Whitebeard, and Roger, further hinting at Zebek's might. At the end of the day, it would not be a stretch to say Rox was arguably the strongest and most dangerous pirate to ever live. He was the Pirate King's greatest rival and was only taken down due to the alliance between 2 very powerful men. This fact makes it clear that Zebek was definitely the strongest pirate of his era and could easily defeat anyone who opposed him. Number 2. Imu. The world of One Piece is primarily ruled by the powerful and resourceful world government. It owns the Marines who bring law and order to all seas across the world. The Gorosei are the public rulers of the world government, but they secretly report to Imu, who's the hidden puppet master and governor of the entire world's operation. Imu might rule from the shadows, but he's aware of everything that goes on in the world and gets all the information he needs through the Gorosei and the newspapers. During Imu's first appearance, he cut out photos of Luffy, Blackbeard, Vivi, and Shirahoshi. Imu clearly wants all of them destroyed because unknowingly to them, they pose a huge threat to the system he created in this world. It's very likely that Imu knows all the secrets of the world, including the events of the Void Century. This is why he erased most of it from the history books and destroyed Ohara. Recently in the manga, we got to see what Imu is capable of. In chapter 1060, we saw Imu crossing an island of Lelugio from the map, and immediately after, the island was struck by a blast from the sky, completely destroying it. Because of this, a lot of fans believe that Imu is in possession of one of the ancient weapons, Uranus. If this is true, this alone would make him one of the most dangerous characters in the series. Number 1. Joy Boy. Joy Boy is one of the biggest mysteries and legends of One Piece. His name would be mentioned for the first time during the end of the Fishman Island arc, when Neptune talked to Robin after seeing her read the apology he carved into the poneglyph. Joy Boy appears to have been around during the Void Century and for some unknown reason have failed to fulfill a promise he made to the former princess of Fishman Island and her people. Joy Boy is the person who located Laugh-Tale and placed the ultimate treasure, One Piece, there. Although Joy Boy's appearance was never revealed in the story, he's usually imagined by fans as a laughing giant who wears similar straw hats to Luffy. Based on the recent revelations of the Gomu Gomu fruit and the reveal that it's actually mythical Zoan-type devil fruit, it's more than likely Joy Boy was the past owner of this fruit, which granted its users the power to do anything they desire. Joy Boy was a companion to the island-sized elephant, Zunesha, and he would communicate with it via an ability known as the Voice of All Things. Joy Boy was prophesied to return 800 years after the Void Century, and during the 3rd arc of Wano, when Luffy awakened his devil fruit, Zunesha would tell Momonosuke that Joy Boy has returned. Luffy awakened his devil fruit very recently and didn't yet master its power. If Joy Boy had the same devil fruit, he was definitely way more experienced at using it than Luffy currently is. Now let's cover a fact about Shanks that I was talking about. Well, at the very beginning of the anime, in episode 4, Shanks lost his arm while saving Luffy from the Sea King. However, after that, Shanks just angrily looked at the Sea King and the monster immediately escaped. This was because Shanks actually used Haki, properly introduced hundreds of episodes later.